Hi guys, hope you're going extremely well. We're live on YouTube, we're in Discord, we're going to be talking about some setups today. We're going to be going through a brand new indicator with Yuli. Let me remove this from the screen over here. And I'm joined by Vlad, the wonderful Vlad. Vlad, how are you going, mate?
All good. Thank you very much for having me. Hope you guys are doing
Nice
well
to
today.
see you. All good, all good. Okay guys, so as I said, we're in Discord. Vlad's got the screen. I'm not sure, it's a bit small, but I think it's good enough. I'm not sure if we can make it a little bit wider. Wow, there, look at that.
There you go.
Master of IT. Fantastic. Okay, so yeah, here we go. So Vlad's
I
going to
hope
be
I could do
taking...
with other stuff as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, so we're going to be going through some indicators today. We were going to be going through Yuli's indicator, who has built a brand new indicator for for our Discord group. We're going to be also going through some elite backtesters, I believe, and doing maybe a bit of bot or not, depending on how long the show goes on to find the best settings. First of all, I'm going to push you straight over to Vlad. I don't know if do you want me to do the disclaimers very quickly, Vlad?
Did I steal your place? I mean, let's do this.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
guys,
yeah,
very important. We are not financial advisors. We are here just trying to debunk the market and trying to basically solve the market. Please feel free to join our cause. And of course, do not share any of your credentials anywhere within the server. Also, outside of it, it might be someone which has my name or maybe David's, but also has like a weird dot or the A is like the other way around or something like that. That's not us. Anyone who demands you a Bitcoin in order to give you 2 back or ask you to like, hey, we have a private group. This is our link. Join. It's $100 or whatever. That's 100% not us. The only thing would be the server discord.gg/davidtech. And of course, davidtech.com, strategyfactory.ai, and trigger.trade. This would be the only websites affiliated with us. If you have any questions, feel free to interrupt at any point. It's an open mic session. Also, there is a small chat bubble next to the voice chat name. You can click on it and then write your question right there. Also, friendly reminder, this is a recorded session. It's also on our smaller YouTube channel, so we can watch, of course, a little bit later, or somebody that cannot make it for now because of the time zones. That's very well for viewing a little bit later. So, today's agenda, today would be the 9th of March. And of course, main topic for today would be the rehab after the weekend. How was your weekend, guys? Let us know in the comments inside the voice chat. Hope you guys have an amazing time. I watched a couple of movies.
Vlad, you're not showing on Discord the screen share.
Thank you, man.
Oh, okay. It's my first time, guys, taking up the host for a long time. So, awesome. Perfect. Thank you very much, Will. Right. So, again, today's agenda pretty much rehab after the weekend. Hope you guys have an amazing weekend. You only live once, so take care. Then, of course, our second main topic for today would be Yuli with a new indicator, which of course would be turned into a David strategy. Every Monday, Yuli comes in and turns basically some mathematical concept or maybe some engineering concept, turns it into an indicator. And of course, we apply the David logic around it in order to create a David strategy with, of course, the powerful boilerplate. We're going to also update the boilerplate to a more light version. That's also coming within this week. And yeah, a lot of improvements, a little bit faster, a little bit better, the newest PineScript version, so much stuff that I think David can comment on it a little bit later after we finish, of course, the rundown of the indicator. So, the man of the hour, Yuli, how are you doing, my friend?
Thank you for the introduction. I was expecting you to let me introduce myself because we have shifted the roles.
A little bit.
It would be fun. Yeah. All good, all good. Excited for today to present the new indicator. Also, maybe I was thinking like now, since we will have a new lighter version of boilerplate, maybe we can maybe pause for a little bit regarding indicators, or we can think about this plan to make like a tutorial for the new boilerplate or something like that. I don't know. It's just an idea that passed through my mind. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, excited for the boilerplate. That's good news. Okay, guys. Hi, everyone. So for today, before we share my screen, um, I have an interesting indicator for today. So I was researching the fast Fourier transform. Maybe you heard about it. It's very interesting and the most optimized algorithm used in signal processing, in engineering and other domains as well. Unfortunately, the full implementation of this algorithm into TradingView would be mostly impossible due to computational effort. So I was researching a lot on this topic, and I found older version, to say so, of this algorithm based on Goertzel algorithm, which is basically the same one, but it's just it will just take some frequencies out of the full spectrum. So just to make an idea, the fast Fourier transform gives you all the signals, all the frequencies of a signal, and give you a full spectrum of full visualization of that signal. So the Goertzel algorithm that we'll present for today, or the indicator is based on it, will just take like steps on this spectrum on specific intervals to like mimic the same algorithm, but with a lesser computational effort. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for this one and for the research as well. I will share my screen. Please let me know if you can see it.
All good, Yuli. Thank you very much.
So all good. Nice.
Yeah.
So the today indicator's name is dominant cycle index oscillator. Second, for idea, this indicator is trying to detect when the market is behaving like a reasonably clean cycle versus when the price action is too noisy to trust cycle timing. So it does that by scanning a range of possible cycle speeds and picking the one that looks most dominant in the recent return history. Then it checks whether the cycle's phase progression is stable, which means it's not jumping around randomly. So this is based on the Goertzel algorithm that I was talking about. The fast Fourier transform, if we could implement it in TradingView, it wouldn't just fix these dominant cycles. It would give you a full spectrum of dominant cycles. So yeah, that's the core idea. The techniques that are used for this indicator, so it's the Goertzel spectral scan over multiple candidate frequencies to estimate power per candidate. And after that, it goes to a dominant cycle stabilization state machine, which scans all these candidates for each bar, and it will find the current peak and updates a stabilized dominant bin only after confirmation. In the end, we have our phase scoring, which is based on how stable the phase changes are over our phase window. This component produces an index that gates signals. So this indicator as a main objective, it will identify when a dominant cycle exists. So it's like a dominance ratio plus a phase stability, and computes a confidence weighted oscillator, a score, by answering one core question. Is there a dominant cycle in the last bars within my allowed period range? And is it stable enough to use for timing entries? It does that by following our logic flow. So firstly, of course, we have our data processing. We start with metric preparation. We convert price into a motion series. The script doesn't analyze raw price directly. It firstly turns price changes into return-like series, as we saw before in other indicators, so that the later cycle detection is applied to changes rather than an absolute level. After that, we apply our Goertzel algorithm. For each bar, it evaluates a set of candidate cycle frequencies and measures how strongly each one appears in the recent return history. This is done by repeatedly calling the Goertzel inside the loop, producing a power estimate per candidate. After that, we have our chosen cycle. So instead of instantly switching to the newly strongest candidate every bar, the algorithm uses a small state machine, which means it only considers switching if the new candidate is meaningfully stronger than the current one, and also requires that the candidate to remain the best for several consecutive bars before committing. After that, we have the extract phase. Once a stable candidate is selected, the script takes the complex Goertzel output for that candidate and from the real value and imaginary value. So it comes to impedance, if you remember Vlad from second year of faculty. So it will take the real and imaginary value and calculates the phase of that vector. Then the script converts phase into an oscillator score scaled by confidence metric. And of course, our last task is to do the regime classifications. So based on the score, it will define a regime condition that requires two things. Firstly, enough history, and of course, a confidence above a minimum value. If regime is not good, it means no trades are allowed even though oscillator crosses a threshold. The technical implementation, so the math behind this, of course, the main math used for this is the Goertzel algorithm. So what is happening here, for each bin in the window, we compute the natural pulsation. So omega is 2 multiplied with pi and the frequency. Then we determine complex coefficients, real part and imaginary part, and measure the peak power. Then the Goertzel identity is equal with the previous value minus the complex part multiplied with two steps behind. So the previous, I don't know how you call it. So it's two iteration before that. And from that, it will accumulate the total power. Based on this, we will track the peak, and if total power is higher than the peak power, then we update the new candidate. So as previously and second, as previously, are internal state values of the Goertzel recurrence uh, based on what the total power is calculated, and also we can track the peak power. After that, we have our dominant cycle index, where we calculate the phase. So it's the tangent of the imaginary part and the real part. We also calculate the ratio as cell power over total power. And these two are used to determine our dominant cycle index, which will be the function of phase and ratio. After that, we have the score construction. So the score is the minus cosinus of the phase multiplied with our previously computed index. And of course, the classification and signal logic. So the implicit regime gate, we have in regime, which is equal with enough bars, and the index is equal or higher than the signal index minimum. So it's the input that we can change for this condition. After that, for the signals, we have the cross up and cross down, which is crossover or cross under between score dead zone, which we are already used to have this dead zone into our indicators, and of course the positive, respectively the negative threshold. What you should expect to see in this indicator. So we have, of course, our dominant cycle index and score lines. So the DCI line, which is colored with blue, it's between 0 and 1. So it's normalized by the confidence. This is the indicator's confidence that the dominant coherent cycle exists right now. High, it means the cycle looks real or stable, and of course, a low value means noisy or unreliable. After that, we have our score line with gray. This is the cycle phase oscillator, but is scaled down when confidence is low. So in choppy regimes, it will look faint and or close to zero. Also, the transparency is controlled by the DCI. So higher confidence, it will be more visible. It's just to be easier to track this line. Of course, we have our threshold lines, backgrounds, and panels, the threshold band, upper lower threshold lines, and the field band between them, and the background tint, neutral gray, darker when DCI is higher, context only, so it will not change anyhow the signal. Of course, we have our signal markers, the green, red for buy, sell triangles, and if you want, you can choose for optional row cross dots, which marks the original crosses points, and it will appear with some white dots. And of course, again, when you are trying to fine tune these indicators, you may want to have the debug table, which helps you to understand why some markers, why some signals appear on your indicator. So here you will find the DCA score. So this is the indicator final confidence that the dominant coherent cycle exists. If it's low, ignore oscillator crosses. Otherwise, you have a stable one. You can also find here the dominant period. So it's the current dominant cycle length in bars that the state machine considers locked in as the best cycle. If you see this value jumping frequently, so when you are trying to fine tune this indicator, if you see the frequently changing too fast, it usually means the market is noisy or your cycle selection settings are too reactive. Then we have our peak over total score, so a quick measure of how dominant the selected cycle is relative to all scanned cycles. A higher value, it means one cycle stands out strongly, so it's better for cycle-based timing. And of course, the Chirkvar indicator, this is a stability score for how consistent the phase changes are. So if it's near zero, the phase changes are very consistent, so it means smooth cycle progression. If it's too large, it means the phase changes are inconsistent or noisy cycle timing. We also have our R value. This is basically the opposite view of the previous one. Coherence like score, where the label says 1, which is the best. So close to this value, we have very stable, consistent phase progression. For lower values, it means more randomness in phase changes. And the pending switch, the last thing that you can find in this table, which tells you whether this indicator is in the middle of switching the dominant cycle. So basically, this debug table is very useful when I don't get the name, when you replay the market and see how the indicator, how what the indicator does in real time, so you can check those values and see what will change, and based on that you can tune the inputs. So yeah, this is for today. I'm really happy for these results. It should be a very strong indicator from my point of view because it comes from the fast Fourier transform, which again, it's the most optimum algorithm using signal analysis for like some decades. So yeah, it should change some. It should change the game, to say so. Thank you, everyone. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Yuli. Another great indicator.
work.
Looking forward to seeing the back tests. Nice. Cool. Right. Mr. Vlad.
If you have to guess, Yuli, where would you put like the indicator in the performance? Like, do you think it's near Lyapunov or a little bit better? Because I really enjoyed that one, to be honest.
Uh, it's quite hard to compare them because those indicators were coming from stability state machines, so they are not behaving quite the same. But I think it's, let's say, on the same level, but on different domains.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can mix them. Don't know if that would work.
Yeah, for sure, a mix of them would give best results.
Yeah. With the new boilerplate, you'll be able to mix until your heart's content, my friend. You'll be able to mix all of them up and make something amazing. Cool.
Mm-hmm. How would we mix them? Like, for example, to have like a double confirmation, make some kind of AMA, like a moving average out of one, and whenever there is like a price above it, or simply you do get, depending on the color of the flip, you do get the signal. There are like infinite amounts of how to
Yeah,
trade these, to be honest.
somehow some of our indicators would be better for, let's say, increase the redundancy. So for example, as we saw before, the Lyapunov indicator gave us a lot of trades, like a lot of them. But yeah, for sure we have to filter some. And this one, for example, it would be useful to see for some frequency intervals if our face is good. So based on that score and with already the signals from the Lyapunov, maybe we can keep only the best ones. Of course, we still have to make a lot of variations based on, let's say, just the indicators of this year to see the best option. From my point of view, what we should continue to research, and I will do it in some time, is the Kalman filter. So
Okay.
that should be like the top one best 10 out of 10 indicator algorithm from every domain. Kalman
Okay.
Kalman algorithm is up to everything. Basically, what we see today in robots, artificial intelligence, and so on, is based on that Kalman. It's a very powerful indicator or very powerful algorithm that can state for everything we are using. So yeah, in some time we should take a look again on our indicator. It was great for that time, of course, but we should revise it and see if we can upgrade it. And of course, in combination with that, we can come with our other indicators and see what would be the best, I think. And you already saw that we somehow attacked, let's say, different approaches. So we have like filters, oscillators, trend following, and so on. So yeah, I'm sure we can come with some interesting strategies based on a mix of our indicators.
Hmm. So you don't think that it should be only Kalman on itself, but rather a mix?
Yes, of course. So the Kalman would be best just to, well, what I'm tending to do is to make a Kalman um, like something that will pick when to do something. That would be the best for Kalman. Like you have different time frames or different coins or different indicators, and you apply Kalman on specific points just to do the best result, to say so. But of course, it
Mhm.
should be like fine tuned. That's the most disadvantage of that indicator.
For example, for a while ago, I mean, years ago, there was like a huge trend, an indicator called the super trend. Yeah, the super trend. So you had it 3 times applied with different settings. Do you think having Kalman one or actually more times applied, but with different settings, like you said, maybe a little bit more fine tuned, a little bit more sensitive with the price levels itself? Because in the end, if you take a look at the trading candles, it's just numbers. You have an open, a high, a close, and a low. It's just 4 numbers, and maybe the volume, which I'm not entirely sure how TradingView calculates the volume, to be honest, but whatever. So maybe it could be an idea to also try like different versions, but within the one uh, within one strategy, to have like 3 versions of the Kalman. A sensitive one, an even more sensitive, and an even more sensitive than the previous one.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, the Kalman, it would be best to pick the exact points that we need to have the best results. But until that, you just have to find the sweet spot for it, to say so. So the idea is that at least on this platform on TradingView, because it's constrained to computational effort, you can't put like machine learning and so on. So because of that, Kalman is the most powerful for what we have. So yeah, definitely we should take a look again and again and again on that indicator and make everything around that.
Nice.
Also, definitely applying the dynamic leverage. That will be the sweet spot from David Tech. Maybe David would like to comment a little bit on the dynamic leverage.
Yeah, dynamic leverage and dynamic position sizing, I think,
Yeah.
is very, very powerful as well. It's something that we all should also should dive a little bit more deeper into with Yuli, because maybe we can use one of his indicators to maybe reduce one of your indicators that tell us when we're in a good trend, a good strong trend, so that we could increase position size. Or when it's more unpredictable, maybe we can reduce our position size. So they're the kind of things that we could use your indicators also for, Yuli.
That would be interesting to have like an adaptive leverage.
Yeah.
That's it. It is a great idea. So I'm not sure if last week or 2 weeks ago we presented the adaptive thresholds, which, from my opinion, it was great to
Yes.
see that adaptive threshold. So yeah, we can maybe think about something like an adaptive leverage also. And I am sure about this. Last week we had the horizontal visibility graph regime index indicator,
Yep.
which, as you saw, I obtained very low drawdowns.
Yep.
So yeah, for that, for sure, leverage would work great.
Yeah, it's good. It's a very good idea. Yeah, because we're currently using For example, we're using momentum when there's momentum, a momentum indicator, or ATR bands, for example, when when markets are particularly volatile. Using the ATR bands, we reduce position size or increase it, depending on the algorithm we're using. So maybe we could look at your indicators a little bit more in depth and see how we can use them for that as well.
Not financial
Yes,
advice.
I think. Yeah. Well, I think we are starting to build a very powerful portfolio. I mean,
Yeah.
we already saw some good results. We saw some good indicators. Even saw on some of them very good win rates. So yeah, if we after we maybe finish the portfolio and polish it, we can come with something that combines all of them for best results, to say so.
We also need to look at some mean reversion strategies, Bully, because I found it hard to find them. I don't know if you will. I know that in one of your indicators there was mean reversion detection.
Yes.
But I have found it extremely hard to find profitable strategies. Now, if you could do that, that would save us in sideways moving markets, because that is where we are struggling as a community. So that would be amazing if we could do that.
Yes. So if I'm thinking about this, we may encounter like 2 or maybe maximum 3 indicators that where I attacked this side.
Yes.
But it's quite hard to find many points. So that was my my hardest job, to say so. Yeah, it's really hard to find many points. You just have few of them, and that's it.
Yeah, I found it hard as well, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I'll find something, I'm sure.
Yeah, maybe when we put in parallel the indicators that we have built. So for now, we quite isolated them and just saw how they perform by themselves. So yeah.
Yeah, cool, fantastic, great work again.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Julie. An amazing indicator. Looking forward for Wednesday with the strategy version. Also, hopefully within this week, we are going to integrate fully the light version of the boilerplate, and then we can apply some of the more David Tech intelligence, how I wish to call it, the boilerplate itself. Yeah, I mean, why not steal what Apple is doing, like AI, Apple Intelligence, right? So this would be the DI. There you go.
Fantastic.
Exactly. I mean, what were the chances? Apple Intelligence. There you go. Genius.
Yeah, absolutely.
All
It's
right.
like the adaptive David Tech boilerplate.
Yeah,
this is way too much advanced. But cool, one day, who knows? I mean, I've been always deep diving since, I don't know, AI was widely available. I mean, I've been using AI for like 1 year and a half, about 2 years, but in regards to trading in about 1 year. Man, I love Codex. Like the whole thing of, and also like computer agents, like it doing its stuff inside your computer, so to speak, just in case anybody here has no idea what the agents are or the computer usage. So I've been trying to get something which unfortunately I ran out of AI usage. I think I must wait until Wednesday in order to unlock some usage, of course. I'm trying to feed the AI as much data from the exchange as possible. And I'm trying some more unconventional stuff. For example, rather than, hey, build me an indicator which is profitable, I'm trying to think like the bigger game. For example, hey, look for whenever the exchange actually takes a trade, for example. Here would be data of two exchanges. See whatever there is like a huge difference, like an exchange play or something like that. Or maybe analyze what happens when Michael Saylor actually announces whenever he bought. Can you spot the exact time where they actually bought? Or maybe it was just a dark pool. Who knows? So it's like you can do infinite amount of work, and luckily enough you don't have to do it. You have the AI who actually just does it for you, which is amazing for me. I think you, Yuli, as well had Codex, right, for the last week. I remember I told you it's available on Windows as
Yes,
well.
yes,
Have you used it?
I already use it. I'm just not fully compliant with using my full PC for now. You know you have the option to give all
Mhm.
the permissions. So yeah, didn't try that one yet. I'm also connected on OneDrive. Everything I have on OneDrive. So yeah, that's why
Privacy is
I
important as
don't.
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, but yeah, maybe it would be great to make a PC just for it. I mean, it's very powerful, and as you said, you can feed it with a lot of maybe indicators, strategies, micro movements, as you said, and after that to see with what it gets.
I mean, uh I've been checking the Mac Minis prices. I think it's 500 or something euros, dollars, whatever.
Ooh.
So if you go by a monthly plan, that's how much, Yuri? You're smarter than me. 50 dollars a month or something like that for a year. If, for example, you're going to get the cloud biggest pack, like the maximum one, that's like $200 a month. So the open source models are also catching up the free ones. And also you do have unlimited usage if you can run it on your own. So just imagine you're basically buying the hardware. Electricity bills, of course, it is a much. I mean, the Mac Mini is quite efficient on that part, but you can basically run at a much more lower price. You can run an AI 24/7 basically, which is quite more appealing, and it's not hard at all to actually deploy it, to actually use the computer and so on. You do have OpenClaw, you do have Cloud Coder, and all of the other portals that actually, or even the open source one, we can do with OpenClaw basically. And yeah, it's amazing what you can do with AI these days. I mean, it's crazy.
I agree.
You can let it take your screen and make real time transactions, right?
As well
I
with
saw
OpenClaw.
yesterday. I saw yesterday. Which one was it? The one by TikTok. Who decided they escaped its closed environment and started mining Bitcoin. Don't know if you saw
Whoa.
it. Yeah. Now, what's the company behind TikTok? Can't remember. Oh,
ByteDance.
yeah, ByteDance. So that's it. They were training their model, and it escaped from its closed environment. And the first thing it did was started mining Bitcoin, so it had its own money, so it could buy
Wow.
stuff.
So it pretty much decided that rather than risking trading, it will be far safer to
Mine.
just mine, and that's it. I mean, I'm not
Well,
paying electricity, so I could just mine.
absolutely. I mean, where best to mine than in an AI center where there's GPUs everywhere. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
I mean, even with like the compute power itself, you can basically just guess blocks at that point. Even Ethereum, I believe, they pushed for the anti-quantum update, and also Bitcoin is trying the guys which actually have the vote right for the repository of Bitcoin. They
Yeah.
are pushing for the anti-quantum update or something like that. It far exceeds my understandings of how actually you do update Bitcoin. Just saying, guys, I'm not a genius, but yeah, quite interesting.
Okay,
I like
Vlad.
how
So it sounds like we will have some quantum crypto in the future.
Quantum protected against,
safe, yeah,
pretty much.
safe, yeah.
Yeah, I
Maybe
Problem
mean,
is
even
this.
have you
some
seen?
new kind of cryptocurrencies with
True,
this technology evolvement. So yeah, we should
true.
start already to research that.
I mean, if you take a look at what the quantum computer can do, it basically, so whenever you see that huge thing, which is like one, I don't know, block size or something like that, that's actually the cooler. The chip itself, the computer itself is actually like this big or something like that. So that kind of stuff can actually simulate a universe or a multitude of universes actually, and simulate the events, the everything at the same time, because it's no longer just zero and ones. It's like a qubit, if I remember correctly.
Yes,
It
yes,
does
qubit.
infinite or close to infinite amount of work at the same time. It's like a sphere. It's no longer just zero and ones. That's how much I
Yes,
understood,
exactly.
pretty much.
It is based on Schrödinger cat. It can be 0, 1, or whatever in between.
Exactly.
So yeah, it will be huge when it will be released, of course, for everyone.
Zorba set up his first PC yesterday, but on a second, AI agent yesterday on a separate PC. Cool. How's it going?
Also, a couple of
Nice.
questions from
Yes.
Algobot. Awesome work, Yuli, indeed. This indicator is going to be the base on creating new strategies or meant to be layered on top of existing strategies to see when to trade them. So
Okay,
what we are
interesting
doing.
question, Algo. Yeah, can you let me, Vlad?
Sure, go ahead if you have any idea on that.
Yeah, so for now, I think it's too early to ask to that question, because basically we are just building our portfolio, and based on that we are trying to find some strategies, or even put it on top of existing strategies. But I think in the future we will come with a new tier of strategies, to say so. So yeah, Vlad,
Perfect.
please, if you have any other opinion on that.
I mean, whenever you have like a strong basis, you can build on top. For example, whenever we have, for like David said, we are pretty much lacking the mean reversions kind of indicators. If we are building like 5 or 6 of them, we can see how we can pair together with something else, maybe building on top of the NNFX model, like a trend indicator or volume indicator, confirmation, and some extra confluence and so on. Also, again, with the AI, we can basically just download the price data, feed it the indicator core mechanic behind it, and you can backtest on its own. I mean, there is so much stuff you can do whenever you have like a collection, like a library of indicators. We are just mainly trying to build this one first, and then of course we are free to explore, like building strategies on each, combining them, applying the David logic, like I said earlier with the Kalman filter. Try to see in the super trend logic, like having 3 of the same time connected with different settings, seeing what's happening. Some again, the possibilities are infinite.
Yeah, so here I think it comes hand in hand with the community. So that's why it's best to
Indeed.
have a community, and yeah, to work everyone on the same objective, to say so.
Mhm.
Sorry, I was just there was lots of people commenting on the escaped AI. I'll go also very quickly about the question that Algo said. Very quickly as well. Yeah, we some of the old David strategies. I can see some of these indicators also being very, very useful for removing some of the bad strategies, especially the ones that detect the regime that we're in. So I am and will test some of the David strategies as well with some of these regime detection strategies. It may help us to remove the bad sidewards pain that we go through sometimes if I add some of these indicators as well. We had a couple of questions about how the AI escaped. I'll just share, I think it's here, this one here. I haven't read through the whole of this. I'm not sure if this is the article I was reading, but I've just put it into Discord.
Was it the name of
research
it?
report.
Oh, from Alibaba, it was Quen?
sorry, it's Quenya. Researchers report their
Whoa.
AI agent autonomously developed a network probing. I'm not sure actually this is the right one. I'll send this one. I'll have a look and see if I can find it. I'm not sure. I'll have a look. But yeah.
Don't remember. I think ByteDance had the C-Dance model, the one which does actually video.
That was why I was
crazy
looking.
videos. Oh,
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, that's what I was.
Crazy
that was what I was
videos.
looking. Yeah.
It's basically
nice.
one-shotting movies at this point, like 30-second movie, pretty much.
It's incredible, absolutely incredible. Yeah, I've got tons of AI agents that I've built. I've got one called Clarice that helps me in my day-to-day work. I've got another one called Idolize, which helps me build AI influencers. And literally by just sending it, I don't even have to send it a script. It builds videos which are, like you said, 30 seconds long. And it is hard to tell. Not all of them. Some of them are very, very, very hard to build with AI, but most of them are very hard to tell that they are AI. I have obviously the strategy builders and all of that is all on the side. Mini PCs, well, not mini PCs, mini Macs that I've just purchased, and it's just the easiest way to do it because like you said earlier, giving full access to your PC or to your Mac is not the best way to do things.
Yeah, I also tried to get access to the ByteDance AI because again, it has like C-Dance is like the movie generator. C just exactly like the ocean, like C, it's just the AI itself. And unfortunately, I don't have like a Chinese account with ByteDance. I believe you can do with TikTok and some of the other apps. So if you guys can actually use it, let us know how it goes.
Amazing, yeah. Cool.
I mean, this week was also pretty hot. I mean, we had, not this week, but still the week before, we had ChatGPT 5.4 coming in. I've seen that the pro version, it's pretty much insane. It pretty much one-shotted a 3D printer preview performance, like in HTML, pretty much, which was worth 32,000 lines of code, if I'm not mistaken. Unfortunately, the creator, the content creator, which actually show the result, pretty much said and reviewed it and said something like, "Okay, so this is amazing, but unfortunately, it's doing some extremely novice mistakes. Like it's like 99.99% perfect, but it does some very weird things. It's basically rushed." Unfortunately, because the potential of it would be amazing. Unfortunately, it's just a little bit more rushed.
Can I just interrupt you? Yuli, can you hear Vlad?
Sure.
Yes, I can.
Okay, it's all right. Zorba the Geek said that you're no longer in Discord, Vlad. Sorry for interrupting you.
Oh, no problem. Oh, I'm still here, guys.
Yeah. Okay, you can see the comment. Okay, good. Thank you very much. Sorry. Carry on, Vlad. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just didn't want you to continue talking if nobody can hear you. Only me.
Oh, no.
Carry on, mate.
It's fine. Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. So we had the 5.4 Pro. I'm definitely waiting for the 5.4 Codex version as well. I heard people saying it's basically already better, the 5.4 just maximum reasoning, I believe it's called, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check, because I'm waiting desperately for the the refresh for my Codex usage to happen. So
I would
it is
also add the Nano Banana
extra high. Sorry.
2.0.
Nano Banana 2.0 is insane.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it.
I mean, not for generation of images, but also to analyze them. So it's now it should be performing better when you are putting like a picture with the market or something like that. So yeah, it's
insane,
a lot of releases.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. Exciting stuff. We've certainly in the perfect time for living all of this.
And actually, the big whale in the room is missing. I mean, I've been waiting for DeepSeek for like couple of weeks. I mean, okay, so Grok 4.20 happened. We had ChatGPT actually 5.2 dropping a while ago. And since then, like Gemini 3.0, now we have 3.1 as well. And DeepSeek has been a little bit silent. I've seen the reports of DeepSeek learning on top of OpenAI, if I'm not mistaken, or on top of Claude, one of the two one. So yeah, I definitely believe DeepSeek is cooking big because whenever like R1 released, pretty much shocked everybody how good it is, how efficient it is, and how cheap it is. The perfect trio right there.
Yeah, I think the same. I mean, if you are following these releases, they are just trying to exceed a little bit of the old metrics, to say so. So yeah, I think DeepSeek will come again in game with something really powerful.
I've seen a meme over X. So everything is pretty much around the clock. Like you have OpenAI, Claude, Gemini, Grok, and of course the other party like open source and everything. And there is also the special place for DeepSeek. You know.
You've
So
got to
yeah,
wonder what's going on under the hood. You've got because all of these releases come so fast that they must have so much power that we just don't know about.
indeed. I mean, if you take a look, it's basically up to two or three things. One would be the hardware,
Yeah.
on which I believe OpenAI currently is ahead. However, whenever Grok Stargate or whatever the new base will be built, it might be that Grok will be the leading one. It's basically too much hardware. But there's also the learning process, which that's pretty huge as well. I mean, it's useless to have a lot of hardware. Like if you remember, guys, or at least you, David, back in the 50s with the PCs, but like the house big.
Lad, watch out what you say.
So yeah, it's still a mix between software and hardware.
Yeah.
All
Right.
right.
Yeah, for now, I think we have some hardware limitations, so they should come with some brand new hardware.
I mean, we do have NVIDIA. I think they are going to release something at GTC, which is like tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. 10th. Yeah, that's tomorrow. GTC. There you go. But I think it will be something around gaming as well. I heard like a new version of GPU is releasing as well, but definitely we're going to see some AI. I mean, NVIDIA event without an AI, I mean, they have the billions to maintain within their stock price. So I think I saw like a bid on Polymarket as well. If Jensen will say more than 100 times AI or less, or something like that, which is crazy.
There's some very cool algorithms out there to be built. Very, very cool. I was looking at direct links to live streams and ways of using Polymarket to bet before the actual odds are in. So you could almost transcript like instantaneously the live streams, and with the lag, you can earn money from that. And I've been studying some of these Polymarket traders that are looking at things like the number of words Trump would say, or will Trump say this, or something like that. And there's some really cool algorithms that have been shared on Twitter. A lot of rubbish, a huge amount of rubbish, but there's some really
99%.
cool ones that are,
It's rubbish.
yeah, 99%, yeah. But there are a couple of good ones.
Cool. So,
Yes.
guys, just a couple more updates until we are going to leave you to your evening. Quick performance update. David, you pretty much doubled your portfolio in about 1 year and something.
Exactly.
Do you have any updates on your portfolio?
Just give me 2 seconds. I was down $200 over the weekend. Yep, still down
Might be around 20
$100. Yeah, just under 220, so 20k. So Yeah, unfortunately, this is where unfortunately, I don't know. Obviously, drawdown is our biggest, as algo traders, is our biggest metric that we have to be careful of. So I am looking for other strategies to add as well, like I was saying, mean reversion, but sideways moving markets definitely are the trap for us at the moment. So we need to work out some mean reversion. Good.
So also, guys, if you wish to check Fishing, which I'm going to return in just a little bit about him and his project, he's at the moment doing a 1K challenge. Feel free to check Trade Harbor and also the product itself.
Yeah, just have a look at Trade Harbor very quickly before you go further, Vlad, because let's have a look at tradeharbor.com .au/Fishy Inc. Let's see how he's doing. I know that Fishy Inc.'s doing it as well. Oh man, I didn't spell it quickly. Can you put it up on your screen? Yep. Could you do me a favor and try on your computer? Oh, it's Trade. I've read Trade. Oh, you're sharing your screen anyway, not me. So could you just Trade? But there you go. Right, Fishy Inc. Let's have a look. Fishy Inc. is up 800, 870. If you slash Fishy Inc. at the end, wow, fantastic. Yeah, brilliant. This is Fishy Inc., who's doing much better than me this week. Currently up $73.40 on his portfolio. Fantastic. And I know I saw that Reed wanted to do the same thing on 2bit. He's been talking about it in. So we're all going to be doing some trading competitions kind of on Trade Hub. Maybe we can kind of speak to 2bit or something like that to maybe put some kind of prize for the best traders. I'll speak to Fishy tomorrow. That would be a great idea. If we can use Fishy's yeah. What's the problem?
Reed, hello. He also said he's starting the challenge himself, but for some reason it doesn't work. It might be not public. I'm not sure.
Yes, read them. I'm going to see if I can't get some sponsorship from 2bit, and what we'll do is we'll make a prize, a big prize for the best trader. It's not up yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it isn't uploaded. It's public. Okay. Yeah, let me see if I can get some prizes as well for all of this. Anybody who wants to join into a trading competition, let's reach out to Fishy. We'll use his platform for tracking the trades, and then we'll find something like an iPhone to give away or something like that for the best trader. That'd be fun. Cool.
Indeed.
Great idea. That's what I like about
we have
streams.
A lot of good traders within our community. I mean, as well here, Reed, the Wenmoon Trading, Fishing, a couple of others, German Trader, and everybody else also doing amazing job. I also have this one. Fishing has been rewarded the top 1% on 1.3% achievement over Bybit as well. Amazing job.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Cool. I'll
Also,
see
guys,
if I can organize that.
The competition. Yeah, I saw the message.
Yeah.
So also just a quick mentions about our partners. Of course, guys, Trigger Trade, the way to connect the bots. Make sure to use it and check it out. Also, like I said earlier, Trade Harbor, you can pretty much track your portfolios and of course share with everybody how you're doing. Also, huge thank you for 2bit for being close to us for about a year or even 2 years. I don't even remember.
Yeah.
They do have this competition whenever we guys would like to have like a best profits or something like that, a competition. Just let us know, and we're going to talk to our guy, which will talk to another guy, and so on. I will make it happen. Also, for tomorrow, biggest topic will be the Elite Backtesters meeting, on which we're going to review some of the Elite Backtesters charts. I'm going to also share a preview, hopefully, But definitely I'll be sharing at least a preview of the AI indicator, which was entirely made with AI. I don't know PineScript. I do not know anything regarding to coding itself. I just vibe coded and try to reverse engineer a little bit how ChatGPT, Gemini, and Grok reason behind trading. So we are not really using conventional indicators like AMAs, ATR, and so on. It's just pure reasoning of the price. As you might be familiar, guys, the candles that you see on your charts is just some numbers, which actually is the price beyond in time. The high, the low, the open, and the close is just 4 numbers. So by achieving a reverse engineer of the reasoning behind how the AI would actually trade just on these, I was able to reproduce 99% of the reasoning and code it as PineScript. I would say 99, maybe like 95%, because again, you cannot do unlimited things in PineScript. But overall, I'm extremely happy, and I'll be more than happy to share the results with everybody tomorrow. Guys, if you have any other questions, let's see if there is anything on for YouTube. David, would you like to add something up as well?
No, I just I know there's a couple of questions about what we were posted in Elite yesterday. There was another group on that decided to try and give away David Tech for free, and also try to reverse engineer and sort of undermine and just mock us as a group. I did ban them all, but before doing it, I went and that they've been kindly optimizing all of the strategies for us. And I'll be adding another about 200 settings to the David Tech website, thanks to the group that we managed to ban from our Discord. So there'll be more great settings added to David Tech very soon. So thanks to them.
Also, I would like to mention that if you guys can actually reverse engineer David Tech strategies and make them better, just share it with everybody.
Yeah,
we would
no
trade them instead.
Yeah, absolutely. Come in the group. I mean, instead of whatever. It makes no difference. Just come in the group. We are cool people. I'm not going to ban somebody who shares something that's cool. I mean, it doesn't make sense. I don't understand it in the slightest. So, yeah, guys. So we're looking forward to sharing all of those new settings with everybody.
Awesome. Amazing group.
Thank you very
Indeed.
much, Algo.
Other community like yourself, Algobot, and also everybody here, Nelson, Pepe, Rick2G, Said, Reed, of course, Zorba the Greek, and also everybody else on top of my head, Soperator, everybody here within the community wouldn't be possible without you guys. Thank you very much for being here and supporting us.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, guys. Vlad, another great stream. Thank you very much for spending time with us again. If there are no questions, guys, I'm going to leave a couple of these streams to Vlad because I have to. I'm trying to update David Tech with William and build the trigger trade. So Vlad's going to be doing some of these with Yuli, and I'm going to be here. I'm just delegating a little bit over to him, so he's helping me build these streams a little bit more. That's why he's taken over today. Thank you very much, Vlad. You've done an absolutely amazing job.
Thank you very much. Also, guys, let me know how sucky of a job I do with managing and also stealing David's, I would say, inputs. There you go.
No, you're doing very well. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much, mate. Right. Wonderful. Vlad, I'm still going to do the buy. Thank you very much, Vlad. Have a good day. Guys, have an absolutely wonderful evening. And yeah, I think that's about it. All good?
All good. Thank you very much, guys. And I'll see you tomorrow with the Elite Backtesters.
We have to say goodbye to Yuli because he does such a fantastic job once again. Thank you very much, Yuli. Yes. Looking forward to the day. Bye, mate. Looking forward to it, to the actual strategy, Yuli. Great stream. Thank you very much. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
You all.